What's going on, guys? It's Unknown Player here, and in this video we'll be taking a look at the latest patch for Black Ops 3, which is 1.04, and this is the biggest patch ever for Black Ops 3. It added so many new things and overhauled a lot of systems in the game, and there's a massive amount of changes which I'm going to go over in this video. I'm just going to talk about the important things, all things you'll probably notice. Of course, there are a ton of bug fixes and minor tweaks as well, but I'm just going to cover the most important stuff in this video. So they finally added a really robust and complex version of the theater mode, which allows you to take it from basic mode to a more complex version with a lot more options and settings. You can do things like object link, where you can attach yourself to an object and get really cool shots. You can set up dolly cams and all kinds of complicated things. So the theater mode is now a lot more complicated, and I definitely like that. In the multiplayer menu, you can now quick join people on your friends list, and you can also choose what music plays and when in multiplayer, which is a nice little touch. You get more XP across the board in TDM, Search and Destroy, Capture the Flag, Safeguard, Demolition, and Free for All, so you just get generally more XP. In addition to that, you also earn crypto keys faster as a whole. So across the board, you literally just get more crypto keys more often, and I guess Treyarch thought you didn't earn them quick enough, so now you're going to get a little bit more. You don't know the rate, but it's going to be a little bit quicker than it was before. You also have a reduced specialist earn rate in objective game modes. You have a reduced earn rate on the Scythe specifically, so that's Reaper's, of course, weapon, and that's going to be reduced a little bit. Now, there's a ton of weapon balancing, which we're going to talk about in this video, and it's pretty important. So they increase the recoil control. I'm assuming that means less recoil. They didn't actually specifically say what that means. It's a very vague term. They said increased recoil control, and I'm assuming what that means is that it's got less recoil and it's more accurate. And those weapons include the Kuda, the Weevil, and the Razorback, and the Razorback also has increased damage range. The Vespa has reduced damage range, and the VMP has reduced aim down sight speed and hipfire accuracy. So basically most of the SMGs got buffed, and the Vespa and VMP got nerfed. Into the assault rifles, there are a few more that got increased recoil control, so will now be more accurate, and those include the KN44, the HVK30, and the Man of War. And then the ICR also got that, and then in addition got the increased hipfire accuracy buff. And the XR2 has reduced movement speed, and the M8 has reduced rate of fire. So those are some massive changes to the assault rifles. Then into the shotguns, the KRM, the Brecci, and the Haymaker all got increased damage by a bit, and the pistols got increased movement speed. They added new mechanics to special weapons, so you can now inspect your knife by pressing the aim down sight button, and you can do a fancy animation by pressing the reload button. Those are mainly for the new melee weapons they added, which are the wrench, the brass knuckles, and the butterfly knife, so you can now like twirl them around your hand, pretty much similar to how you can it in CSGO. And as a cooler animation, they added the suppressor, laser sight, fast mag, rapid fire, and dual wield attachments all work better. They all got buffed, so what they do normally, they do a little bit better. So for example, the laser sight now has tighter hip fire spread, the fast mag lets you reload a little bit faster, and rapid fire actually fires a little bit faster than the rate of fire it was before. The concussion grenades don't last as long as they used to. The overclock, anti-up, and hardwired perks all do their effects a little bit better, so they're now better perks and they're a lot more effective. And finally, there was a massive change to a lot of these Scorestreaks, and they all pretty much got a massive buff. They're a lot more lethal and a lot harder to destroy now. So all streaks must now be in the battlefield before you can lock into them, so you can't just start locking on when they're flying in, which is a little bit unfair. So now you have to wait until they're in the battlefield for you to lock on and shoot them with missiles. The most important streaks that got buffed include the UAV and counter UAV, which got more health. The Lightning Strike is now quicker. The Hellstorm now has increased blast rates, which is good because it kind of got a lot of a nerf after the beta, where it was very, very strong. And then the full release of the game, it got nerfed by a lot, and the blast rates was pretty small. That's now been increased. The Rolling Thunder, which is probably one of the worst streaks in the game, that was really bad. It's now got a massive buff. So it's got increased explosive radius, increased damage per drone, increased health per drone, so you can't destroy them as quick. And they also added 4 drones on top of it. So there's going to be 2 more rows of Rolling Thunders. That should be a little bit more lethal. The Wraith health has been increased, and the Raps deploy ship now takes 1 more missile to destroy, and the Raps now have more health, and the explosion is bigger. And finally, the Mothership, the biggest streak in the game, takes 2 more missiles to destroy, which is crazy, and it's got increased explosive damage and also missile speed for the owner. So whoever's owning the actual Mothership is going to have a lot more lethal weapons than the 2 slide gunners, and you're going to take 1,000,000 rockets to be able to destroy things. The Mothership is very much a tank, and it's going to be very difficult to destroy. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Just a quick roundup of all the changes in the brand new patch and a massive amount of new things in Black Ops 3. And of course, there are a ton more things added, which I'm going to make separate videos on as well. So look out for those. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Give it a like rating if you did, and I'll see you guys in the next one.